There comes a moment for all of us, or almost all of us, when we discover the mystery of our own existence. That's the moment that I'm referring to when we become aware we're conscious, we're alive. We're here on this earth. But at the same time, we're not sure why. I'm inviting all of you to reconsider the moment in which it dawned on you the miracle that we exist. And at the same time, that awareness I'm asking you to think about when you wondered if there was some purpose of your life, something that was here for you to do. You wondered what it might be. The moment I'm asking you to consider is a moment when the mystery of our own existence becomes itself a calling. When we experience our lives in this way, we're experiencing it in a way from which, something we've inherited from the great traditions of ancient Greece.
For more than 20 years, Southern Illinois University has offered a unique program created and led by Dr. Robert Hahn to ancient Greece and Turkey. While on this epic adventure, participants study the origins of Western civilization and have a unique chance to experience ancient Greek life with hands-on activities. This intellectual adventure explores the origins of democracy and the jury system, philosophy and science, historical writing and public literacy. Participants run an Olympic race in an ancient stadium, recreate ancient architecture in a local potter shop, and perform a play in an ancient theatre. Dr. Hahn was recently made an honorary citizen of the Greek island of Kos and Samos in recognition of his research and publications on ancient Greece, and having brought more than 1,000 students and members of the community to Greece.
Ταξιδεύουμε με μια μεγάλη ομάδα καθηγητών, συμμετάσχοντας σε πολύ ενδιαφέρουσες δραστηριότητες. Wow. Right, it's first prize. Σας ευχαριστούμε.
If you went on other study abroad trips, you might have 2 professors at most. But the fact that you have 5 professors with very different interests, it allows you to realize, again, that there are multiple aspects of antiquity.
Yeah, the team teaching is really a treat because I learned so much from Kathleen, for instance, who's a cutting-edge archaeologist. And so when we're at a site and she's telling us things that I'm learning at the same time, you can't just study the ancient world with just one filter, one lens. You have to really see it whole. And so having a variety of professors on the trip really gives, I think, the student a much better, fuller, more realistic picture of what the ancient Greeks were like.
The journey begins at the source of knowledge, wisdom, and prophecy at the first stop, the Oracle of Delphi.
This is Delphi. In this sacred place, we have a stadium to show the excellence of our physical training.
Welcome, folks, to this wonderful site. We're going to run an ancient Olympic event. It's called the Stadion, and it's the foot race. And originally, it was the only Olympic event. And we're going to run it in a real Greek stadium. So you don't have to feel that you have to be like the ancient Greeks. They all stripped naked, for instance. That's not required, is it, Rob? So with that said, by way of introduction, I think now it's time to race.
We have down here, a theater to show our intellectual excellence. When you're sitting here, you see not the Carastota 12 theater screen. You're not in a black rectangle. You see all of nature. You see, in a sense, all of the world. So drama for the Greeks has a religious significance, and it also has a communal significance. Everybody went to the theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aristophanes, and I'm happy to be here tonight in person.
Keep it clean, keep it dry, don't ever fool around.
Keep it dirty, keep it wet, sleep with everyone in town.
What you're looking at here, the most significant thing you're looking at here, is the Troy 6 wall. If the Trojan War actually happened, this is the wall that the Greeks would have assaulted, if that's true.
And when the ancient Greeks weren't at war, they were building enormous temples to honor their gods. Priene is home to one of those great temples, the Temple of Athena, goddess of wisdom. Nearby, in an ancient council chamber, the group reenacted the trial of Socrates to explore the Greek invention of democracy and the jury system.
This indictment is sworn by Meletus, the son of Meletus of Pythos, against Socrates.
Some people come to think I'm wise, and how many others come to despise me.
Each morning, the group visits a different archaeological site and uses it as a classroom. In the evening, they stay in marvelous hotels and sample an abundance of the delicious local cuisine.
Well, the hotels that we stay in on the islands in Greece are very charming. They just have flower pots hanging off the balconies. They're painted in these pretty whitewashed or pink colors, and they're just very, very charming. And the food in Greece and Turkey is excellent.
This evening we had some really wonderful cuisine. We had zucchini. We had it, some of it was boiled, some of it was fried. We had salads. We had cabbage salads. We had country salads, which has cheese and tomatoes and cucumber, onions. And then we had several different kinds of fish, several kinds of meat. And the great thing was people ate at great leisure, hugging the sea, for our last meal on this wonderful island of Samos. We're here now in the sacred precinct of Didyma at the great temple of Apollo in order to think through several of our themes about ancient Greek religion, about ancient architecture, but we're also here to think about the rise of Greek philosophy that took place contemporaneously. The idea was that you were supposed to be going from a roofed part into the darkness, you going through a ritual of some sort, and then only to be seen when you come out of this area into the blazing light that starts here, and then finally, as you come forward, to find yourself in the blazing light of the open space. A question would be asked from the outside. Ordinarily, individuals didn't come onto the inside. The priest would be asked, and then the priest would show up at the top of the stairs, and later you would just see a head emerge as if it came from the bowels of the earth. And of course, the whole idea would be to render in a very dramatic fashion the most important and significant information. That was the idea. So that this was an instrument of prophecy, another oracular site of Apollo. Ute lege, ute crypte, ala semaine.
Another thing that makes this program really special is the combination of both students, a lot of undergraduate students, and older adults who are, some of them retired and only are now getting a chance to travel.
Working with people of all different ages has been really great for me. I've really liked that because a lot of times older students do bring a lot of extra intellectual interest and knowledge.
I really like to see people who are experienced, travelers, people who have lived their lives very fully already, or advanced in years.
It not only keeps the older people young by being invigorated by the younger students, but it also shows the younger students what it means to be a lifelong learner.
And then I think the young people add a lot just by being youthful and energetic and enthusiastic and curious. So it really balances off each other nicely.
The oldest person we ever had on a trip I went on was 88 years old, but she, hopped up the steps going to the Parthenon. She was very, very spry, very energetic. She was always up and ready to go. And I think she set a very good example for the rest of the group. If she can do it, well, we sure should be able to do it.
But no matter what age you are, a beautiful Greek woman in a traditional outfit and a handsome Greek man in a sailor's uniform always makes you want to get up and dance.
Okay, so it's not all learning. The whole thing is not all hardcore learning.
What makes this approach unusual is the blend of activities and the mix of adventures. For example, ancient Greek technology. For this, the group visited the Great Tunnel of Aeopolines.
Come on, let's go in.
Where they were fortunate enough to be led by one of the original excavators of the site, Dr. Hermann Kinast.
What we can see here is the original depth of the channel.
From there, the group discovered the origins of Western medicine on the Greek island of Kos. There they climbed to the top of the ancient hospital, the Asclepion, and took in the magnificent view. It's enough to make you feel better, all by itself. However, the magnificent views aren't all on land. They can also be found in the wine-dark sea, where the group rented a private yacht and enjoyed a leisurely lunch prepared on board.
Well, welcome aboard the good ship Lollipop. We're going to have an experience today, what it's about to be experiencing time on the sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing somewhere.
So what we're doing is we're going to be going to a few bays, we're going to be doing some swimming, we're going to have some relaxing time.
So I'd like to know where you got the notion. Said I'd like to know where you got the notion.
Come on in, the water's fine.
It's splendid out there. In the 80s,
Are you
no
used to
humidity,
it or
the
not?
water in the 70s. Come on!
I think it would be the dream of every student to be able to come on any kind of study abroad program.
One of the things that really makes for powerful learning is having some kind of a study abroad experience.
It's one thing to sit in a classroom and hear a lecture and study and then regurgitate it on a test. But when you come here and you see people questioning antiquity and asking questions about things we've seen, you recognize that there's a lot more than just memorizing a list of facts.
When the students go home, when I go back home, we're certainly going to have learned a lot about the ancient world, but I think too we'll have learned a lot more about ourselves.
You need to be here in order to experience the culture and the sites, to see that it all goes together and complements each other.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we brought another project to a conclusion. It's a project in which we're looking at life's great questions and we're busy in self-examination and self-development. We went to Athens and we went to Turkey. We went to Troy. We went to the Greek islands of Samos and the Greek island of Kos. We just finished putting on a play in an ancient theater with costumes and masks we made ourselves. We made sundials this morning. We've worked at a pottery shop. We've had a chance to re-enliven some of the ancient mythologies and run an Olympic race in an ancient stadium. And perhaps sometime in the future you could join our group to participate in a project of self-exploration in Greece that is truly interdisciplinary, is truly team-taught, and has hands-on experience as its technique for teaching. You'd be most welcome, and it's a program that's open to undergraduate students, graduate students who are matriculating for advanced credit. It's also open to the whole public, to working people, to families, to senior citizens. And there's a clarion call here for folks who need in-service credits to maintain their professional lives, that you can earn course credits and have a wonderful time. We hope to see you soon. Thank you. Okay, now I got to order the pizza.
For more information on the study abroad programs, please visit us at colanmc.siu.edu/han/origins.html or call us at 618-453-7670 or email hanrobert@hotmail.com or studyabr@siu.edu.